Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy to have Iωάννα Κατσαρού here and Mr. Michael Finan. We have from script to acting, Theater Masterclass, a comprehensive guide to character analysis. It's part of most of you, your students at the acting on camera class for this season. It's part of the FAMA Project. And at the FAMA Project, the last 3 years, this is the third year, Iωάννα Κατσαρού is the main teacher for acting. And I'm really honored to have Iωάννα as a teacher at the center here. Today it's a masterclass for character analysis.
And not only. And not only.
But I trust everything on Iωάννα. She prepared everything for you. Some of you have been students to Iωάννα, right? The whole project is part of Famagusta Film Festival, which we're going to have actually the Famagusta Film Festival for the first time in New York next year around February or March. And thank you for being here. Thank you. He's going to be the moderator, but I'm sure that she's not going to teach you too much. I would like to thank Yanni for the great video that he did for Manoli Ioannidis last time. He's our creative director here, and he did a great job. You're going to have the video pretty soon. I watched part of it. It was really great. Enjoy. Thank you.
All right. Well, welcome.
So thank you for inviting me to your class, your wonderful class.
So maybe you could just give a quick little bio on yourself.
So I'm a theater actor and director from Greece. I finished the National Theater School in Greece, and I worked a little bit with the National Theater there, and then I created with some other actors a small black box theater. And I worked there for 10 years as a founding member and then as a leading actor of the group. We had some success, we had some awards there. And then in 2011, I came to New York and started working here. I created a group here, the Eclipses Group Theater in New York. And I also worked individually with I collaborated with other American organizations as an actor and director, also with the local Greek community here. I worked a lot as a director, and the last 5 years I work and collaborate as a director at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in Manhattan. I have directed there around 10 shows, which is it was for me a great experience. And in 2017, I also finished the Lincoln Center Directors Lab program.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's.
Well, as we were chatting before we started tonight, we were talking about how our students, you teach and I have this class as well, how they really sometimes become our teachers.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
The reason why I bring this up is because in theater, on the stage or on a movie set, where it's so important to always have the spirit of collaboration and to allow spontaneity to emerge. How important is it to listen to what your students have to say about the craft of acting and what do they add to that?
Yeah, for me it's very important. Actually, I start like that. A demanding process involving, from text to stage, a demanding process involving rehearsals where actors, directors, designers, and technical staff collaborate to bring the playwright's words to life.
Wow.
Because, first of all, in theater is very important, the collaboration. In rehearsals, all the actors are together, with the director, with the stage manager. The technical staff, maybe the lighting designer will come later, but the set and costume designer will come from the beginning. And everything is, the success of a show depends on the quality of the collaboration. So it's very important. And it's not an easy thing to succeed. To have a good quality of collaboration, a good level of collaboration among among the cast, the director, and the rest of the creative team. And I believe it's the same with film, because I'm going to talk today through the lens of the theater. I'm a theater person.
Right. Would you find that the audience also has a participation in the process? And what I mean by that is that actors can read a room and they know how the audience is receiving it. There's something there. There's an essence.
Yes.
Can you talk about
That's the difference from the film. The live performance, we have, like, as we say, an extractor, which is the audience. And it's very important. Because if you don't take in consideration the audience, then there is no theater. Because what makes theater is the audience. You cannot have theater without the audience.
Right.
You need to have at least one member sitting there in that seats, and then you have theater. You can make theater.
Exactly.
And it's an essential part, because always everything we do it because of them. So we have to take in consideration always the audience. From small technical things, like in comedy, for example, I tell them, you need to be prepared that they're gonna laugh in that line, so you have to pause. The rhythm, they affect on the, they influence the rhythm of a show. Sometimes if they, applaud and they laugh, and you need to. And then keep the beat, keep the rhythm, the energy. So you really need to take in consideration the audience when you do theater, for sure. And sometimes some directors, they love the interaction with the audience, even addressing directly questions to the audience, or make an action with an audience member. Maybe you have, like, okay, then we're going to improvise. That the actor will go and say something and make a question to an audience member, or bring an audience member on stage, and these things happen, in theater.
And what should an actor take away from that? Should an actor be really listening and seeing how the audience is that night during that warm-up? Exactly,
and you need to be open. As I say, the actor should be one of the things that a good actor should have, is to be open. Open.
Right.
Open to feel, open to hear, to listen, and really open to everything around him. Everything. Feel the water here, the glass of water. Feel the person that is, next to me, and feel the audience, feel the lights, the music, the sound that we hear now. I hear everything is part of this ritual, because the theater is a ritual. That's how it started in ancient Greece, from rituals. So it's a kind of like a spiritual experience, a ritual. That connects everybody. If you don't succeed that, then you failed. And sometimes it happens to fail. Not to, you need to take that. You need to do this trip with the audience.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, of course, in film, the audience is afterwards.
Yeah.
However, one of the things we do in our classes, we practice. Connecting with our senses, and just as you mentioned, feeling the body sitting in a chair, feeling the feet on the ground, being here in the present moment, and the listening. And we find that it's so important to really listen, to hear what the other actors are doing, to hear the director. So it's not just a mechanical line back and forth, but it's really being able to react to that. And as far as reading a room, really good film actors can read even what the crew is feeling. There are times when you just know if something's working because the attention of the crew and the people around, even craft services, can be right there if they're in attendance. And it's not to say that we rely on that, but it's interesting to keep that in mind, that that's all part of it.
Of course, of course. I mean, as I say, in theater we have the audience, but we have, during the rehearsal, we don't have audience members. Okay, but we have, as I say, other people, you know, the stage managers, the other members of the creative team will join us. So, and they will say their opinion. My God, this was amazing, or wow, this is, or this is not working. You know, it's, of course, you need to take in consideration all the creative team's opinion.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah, and sometimes you might say, okay, maybe I'll have to change that. You know, that's not working. Yeah, and also the actors. You know, because in film, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes in a big film, you know, and a film, some two actors might never meet. You know, because they are not in the same scene.
Right.
In theater, that never happens.
Right.
So many times you have a scene like with 2-3 actors. The rest of the actors are watching. And even you can feel if they oh my God, you see the reaction of the other actors on what they, you know.
Yes.
And so it's an ensemble work. Theater is very collective art. It's all together, collectively, you know. We work all together.
I love what you say in your quote about bringing the playwright's words to life. Yeah. And of course in film it's bringing the scriptwriter's words to life. Talk about what that process is in bringing something to life.
Yeah.
What does that really mean?
Yeah, I mean it's not an easy job. I mean let's move what I have here. Here are many different acting methods. Okay, maybe you have know some. I mean, the method developed at the Actor Studio. Lee Strasberg is the guru of that method. I think you have talked about that. I mean, you saw Marlon Brando, you know, and is one of the method actor, phenomenal, amazing actor of this method. And others, of course.
And Manoli talked about the Meisner technique.
Meisner technique, of course, and the Stella Adler I don't have here in the list, but she's also, these three together created the method, then they split and they focus in different, I mean, Lee Strasberg was more about the memories and the psychology of the characters, then Stella Adler separated herself from that method and said, no, the political and social also plays, background plays a significant role. And then we have Meisner technique, and you said about what you said about being open and respond.
Right.
He's one of his main exercise. Maybe you did that. It was the repetition. You know, one actor says something and the other repeats exactly the same. It needs to be exactly the same pitch, same, and they. In a way that means that you're listening, and it's that repetition game. But and if something changes, the other actors should adjust, and and then that can grow to something if you let it go. And we have the Stanislavski system, which is the method got inspiration from Stanislavski system with the improvisation is the core element in Stanislavski method. And we have Lecoq's physical theater, which is more, they focus more in the body and in the physicality. That's why they use the mask also, and the mime. We have the Suzuki method used by the City Company. Maybe you know the City Company is very renowned with Anne Bogart, who is the director also of the theater department in Columbia. and they use a lot the voice, rhythm, beat, the space a lot in their how they build their shows. And the Grotowski Sport Theater, Grotowski talks about energy, about naked theater, no costumes, even no music. It's like only the sound, voice, and the body of the actor. Even sometimes he refused to have lights, and his actors didn't bow. They say that's it. We are not doing that for the applause or anything. That's Grotowski. And then of course we have Brecht's epic theater, which is a political theater. For Brecht, psychology doesn't matter, doesn't believe in the psychology of the role. He believes that the social and political circumstances defined the behavior of the people. A very political position. And Brecht influenced the whole theater. After Brecht, everything changed, nothing was the same. And the Stanislavski, of course. There are some people that really define what is theater today.
So collectively, what would you say that all of these methods do? And when you have a student that comes to you and says, "Gee, what do I do the Stanislavski? Do I do the Meisner? What do you say about the whole package? And then what advice do you give them?"
I give them that there is no, I don't believe in methods. I'm a person that I don't believe in one method. I believe that the actor should always explore and learn new things. And theater, art evolves, I don't believe in one, and it depends on what is the play or the script. You cannot use the same method to work on the Beckett's, which is a postmodern writer, where Waiting for Godot, it starts with a place that no time, almost no space. It's just one tree, and these two people, two actors on stage were like clowns. So what psychology? Can you work with actors with method? No way. Right. You can go more to the physical, working with Lecoq or viewpoint, but the method won't work there because there is no background. There is no, in a way, past and family and all that. Work. We don't know anything about these people. They are in deserted, maybe it's in Mars. Maybe it's in a different universe, these people who they live. So how can you analyze them using psychology?
Well, I think that's the key. We can't really analyze as actors, we have to just be. And I think your words are beautiful.
Exactly.
To imagine and to play and be curious.
For me, I'm just what I believe an actor should have. And then adjust, adjust the choose which method will, take tools from different methods and use them. Of course, also the directors. There are directors that one director can, work on viewpoints. There are directors that they use viewpoints a lot. Others they use the method. Others, so you have to adjust. You won't go there and say, "Oh, I can't work with you because you are working with viewpoints." No, you will do it because it's your job. You're an actor.
Yeah. So to be open and ready.
Exactly. Even if you don't know the method, if you have this imagination, playfulness, you need to be children. Have that relaxation that the children have, that curiosity that the children need to discover, observation. Brecht says this is 50% of the acting process is observe people, how they stand, why they behave like that, what they are thinking, why they behave like that. Openness, what we say, listening, openness and listening is generosity, is to really be generous, not keep, self-awareness up to a point, because some actors are so self-aware they don't communicate with the other actors on stage. They're very good, but they are so self-aware and they are just around themselves and what they're gonna say, how they're gonna. that they don't really give anything to the other actors. And collaboration, of course.
Right.
All that, together. These for me are the key words.
Yeah. I think especially the last two, generosity and collaboration, is really the actors setting each other up for success.
Yeah.
By really, and the students and I really talk a lot about how important listening is, especially in improv,
Yes.
because you really have to hear what's behind the emotion, what's the subtext, so that you can react accordingly, and then it makes the person you're acting with look good. Because it's a collaborative method, and it's setting each other up for success.
And what I say also to my actors and students is that, so if you want a show to be successful, all actors should be good. There is no like one actor, or they say, okay, they go and watch a show and they say, but the leading actor was amazing, but the rest, so the show was not good. It can be. How can one be good?
Right.
Is my question.
Right.
How?
Right.
It's like talking to a wall and, like responding to yourself.
So even in those small supporting minor roles,
exactly,
excellence needs to be there.
They need, and the successful shows that's the secret. Sometimes they go and they watch a show and they tell me, they were all good, but something was off. They didn't communicate. They were individually good, but they were not connected.
They were not unified.
Yes,
Yeah.
they didn't communicate each other.
And the interesting thing is the audience is unified. The audience will laugh in unison.
Exactly.
They'll have a tear. They'll clap in unison.
Yes. And if they don't like something, you will feel it.
Right. So
oh my God.
It's good for actors to receive that unity and to unite with that.
Yes.
How important is dropping the ego on stage?
It's very important. Very important. Because the ego stops the openness and listening. When you have ego, you don't listen. You're just like this self-awareness that all the moment you're in yourself, around yourself, and everything is about you. So this kills everything. It kills the process. The ego. Yeah.
So you were telling me you had some exercises that you wanted to try out?
Yeah, of course, but I don't know how much time we have.
We have another hour. Yeah,
we have an hour. So I would maybe, let's see. I have this, I would want to say a few words about the tools of the actor's work, which is the text analysis, improvisation, and the actions. Because I want to talk about a little bit about that and then go to the exercises.
Perfect.
Okay, so text analysis. What's text analysis? Can I ask someone? Does anyone wants to answer to that? Text and analysis. Analysis is a Greek word. And Dimitri, do you want to tell us maybe what?
Yes, Anna had her hand up.
Sorry. Yeah.
Trying to understand what you have to portray, like what you have to live and what you want to project to make it believable to the audience and to yourself, and you have to analyze it.
You have, of course, you have to analyze and see what's the text about. Anyone else want to add something?
For me, analysis is you ask questions. Why? How?
Exactly.
From all these and others from different perspectives, and how you're going to make it all come together and understand it and then deliver.
Anyone else? Yeah.
What is the message in the script?
Yes, the main themes of the play. Yeah, exactly. For me, when my students don't know the play or it's a new play, okay, because sometimes, in the film is different because usually it's the people don't know what's the movie about, the script, it's always new, okay? But in theater is not that, see, because sometimes you have a new play that it's a brand new play and you will be the first to perform in that play, or many times it's a play it's a classical play, let's say, or a play that's it's been around for a while. And maybe you have seen it also in the theater. You have seen performances of that play. But if you don't know the play, I always say first read it, read the text, play script for the first time without any references. Don't try to find, references to find like articles about that or books that talk about that play or that playwright. Avoid reading anything about the play or the playwright beforehand. Write down your first impressions. That's just the first, the very, very first. Okay, for example, what do you think the play is about? What are the main themes of the play? Write some adjectives that describe each role or character, and then the second step is the research. The research is after your initial reading, you begin your research. Who is the playwright? Okay, what are some of their other works? When was the play written? What were the social and political conditions of that era? Okay. And step 3, contextual analysis. In which historical period is the play set? What is the location? Study the social and political context, aesthetics, and fashion of the time, even the fashion. And step 4, reflection. Did your first impressions change after your research? If so, why? Okay. This is generally about the play, okay? Because then we go to your role, your character, okay? And then I chose that 9 questions of Uta Hagen because I feel that they are like really useful. I don't know if you have worked on these 9 questions of Uta Hagen.
Yeah.
So, who am I? Okay, who am I? This delves into the character's complete identity, including their background, personality, physical traits, beliefs, and relationships. What time is it? This explores the time period of the scene, from the era and season to the specific day and time, and how time impacts the character. Sometimes we have like time jumps. The play starts like, let's say in 2000 and then jumps in 2020, okay, 20 years after, okay? Where am I? This focuses on the character's physical location, from the country and city to the room, and even a specific area within the room. Because this is very significant. If you are in the kitchen and the wife, let's say, is washing the dishes and she's all the time there, and the man sitting on the table, that means something, okay? What surrounds me? This examines the environment, as we said, what surrounds me, including the weather, landscape, people, and objects around the character. Of course, also the other roles, characters. What are the given circumstances? That's very important. This considers the events, facts, and conditions that have happened, are happening, and will happen to the character, impacting their actions. Okay. And we will do, that's why I want to do the exercise, a little bit play around this. What are my relationships? This looks at the character's relationship with other characters, objects, and events, both personal and emotional. What's your relationship with the rest of the people in the play, the rest of the characters? What do I want? This identifies the character's immediate and overall desires, both specific and general. What the character wants or seeks generally in the play and in each scene. Okay, the objectives, as you say. What do I want? What do I want in each scene? What is in my way? This explores the obstacles and challenges that hinder the character from achieving their goals. And what do I do to get what I want? Because theater is not only theater. A good play is about conflict, and the film
right.
the same. Okay.
A good story.
A good story has all
has conflict.
Yes. And as a good teacher of mine said, we have actually 3 themes. Love, actually 2 themes: love and death. That's it. And everything in between is like
Permutation.
yes,
Yeah.
but this is the love and death. That's what we are all the plays almost talk about around. So yeah, I said that a little bit, and also I'm not going to analyze the different kinds of improvisation. The core of the theater, for me, it's not all the directors working, but for me, is the improvisation. It's the core of the rehearsal process, the improvisation. And we have different kinds of improvisation. We have silent improvisation without words. We had improvisation using text, some of the text of the play. We have improvisation that it's based on the theme of the play. You have improvisation, solo improvisation, you have group improvisation. There are so many different kinds of improvisation, but improvisation is the main tool for me as a director, and for many other directors, I believe. And many film directors using improvisation, and not only improvisation, I mean all the film directors use improvisation, but some directors, they don't have even script.
Yeah.
And also we have like device theater, if you have heard that, device theater, where actually the director collaborates so closely with the actors that the actors create the text. They have a theme, a subject, maybe a very rough draft of a kind of a plot, and they explore it during the rehearsal process, and they create the script.
Yeah.
And that's some, like I know Gaspar Noé is doing, Mike Lean, Secret. I mean,
yes.
They are like renowned. These 2 directors, and these movies were based on improvisation. Not specific text, and many others. I'll just mention this. Uta Hagen emphasized that acting is doing. Acting is doing. All what we said about text analysis and all these questions and all that, it's okay. It's a work that you do. Okay, it's a theory. You write them down. The thing is how you show them. Because sometimes some of my students bring that 9. You start with these 9 questions, etc. They bring me 10 pages of work. They really study, hard. They really, they have beautiful ideas. But when we start the rehearsal and I say, okay, improvise, I don't see anything of that. So what Uta Hagen says, don't overthink, don't over-analyze. Of course it's good, to do all that, but you have to forget that. When you enter, you're just a baby. You don't know nothing. Okay, you don't have to be, because that will make you really self-aware, and it will block you. When I was in the first year in the school, in the drama school, they're laughing. Maybe I talk a lot. Yeah, I know. So no, it's not that. I was overthinking, I was analyzing, I was making questions, I was reading so much about the play and the playwright and questions. And that when I was it was the time to, okay, you have to act now. I was I couldn't. I was the same? A little bit.
So that's surrender is really important.
So that's why you're laughing. I thought you were laughing because I talk a lot. So
surrender then is really important.
Yes.
It's good to do the homework, but then just put it aside.
Exactly.
Be open and clear the decks, if you will.
The subconscious is there, the information is there, but when you are there, you have to be open. Maybe it will, and maybe you will change. Everything you wrote. Maybe you will do that. Maybe something new will come out of that. I believe a lot in the physical theater also, in the body. And I will make a question. When are we open and we are listening?
What's the question? Again?
When do you think, when we are ready and open and we really listen to the other person?
In what
What's the body?
situations?
I'm talking about the body. What's the body condition when we are really open and we are listening?
Relax.
You have to be still. If you still, if you listen very still.
Yeah,
If you move,
from calmness and relaxation. You have to be really relaxed. You know, if you are like that, you are sat down. If you have tension, no bueno. No bueno. You need to breathe, relax, calm down, and from the quiet place, the communication, you are ready to listen. So,
Do you want to, anybody have any questions on what we're hearing so far?
for me, it's just an observation. When I chose to come here to do this acting experience, it's because it was Greek. When I saw there was something about Greece, I think that's probably ovation, because for me, the Greek actually understood the spirituality behind acting. So I said, let me go see that experience.
Yeah.
So when I enter a place, I feel like a church and acting, I said, this is perfect.
yeah, you're right in a way, yes.
Yeah.
No, because that's why it's a ritual.
Yes.
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it started like that. I started with the Dionysus celebrations, where the people were wearing these masks, and they were like singing these songs, praying to to Dionysus, and they were wearing masks. They were like, what the mask is doing is that you are not you. It's hiding the face.
Right.
You're becoming something between the God and you are something in between. You are connected with the God. So that's why it started with these rituals, and then, I mean, that's what the tradition says, that after this song, Thespis, one of these chorus that were singing these songs, got out from that group of singers and started talking. And then a dialogue started. Saying something, the people responded. Saying something, and that's how the theater started.
Like the first solo, the first jazz solo.
Yes.
Someone broke away
Yeah.
and did improvisation.
Yeah, that's how it started with, yeah.
And even with classical Greek theater, like Homer, the Odyssey, and the Iliad, were spoken.
Yes.
People didn't read those epics. No. They went to listen to a chorus recited.
Reciting from Rhapsodus. We were like, they knew it by heart, and they were like narrating the stories.
So there was an oral quality even early on.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it was a kind of a performance. People will gather and to listen to these epic poems with people. The Rhapsody will narrate these epic poems.
Any other questions so far? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we can't see.
I have a question for Joanna. I saw you working many times for many years.
Yes, my work.
But not much, and I'm curious to know when it comes to improvisation. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you strict with the text or not?
No.
I mean, every project is different, but usually.
No.
I
Actually,
can answer that.
No. Actually,
She's very flexible.
Okay.
Actually, when you improvise, you don't have to think about the text. You should not, because the text is like guide. Yeah, maybe inspiration. You can take a line. Maybe I'll tell them, take these 2 lines and improvise. Tell them with your own words. That's why I say it's improvisation. You're not like, okay, now I have to say the line, the specific lines, and no. You might take a scene and say, okay, I will say, okay, you know the scene, you know what happens in that scene. Improvise the scene without using the words of the text. So, you know, because sometimes when you have a specific line, you feel like, oh my God, I have to remember. You are like, okay, I have to memorize, and you lose the truthfulness of the acting process, which is to be true.
And we do a lot of improv in our class just for that reason, just to not get bogged down in scripts at this point.
Yes.
We're going to be doing that, but we do. And I really find that the quality of the acting is very good because the listening is there.
Yeah.
They listen to each other.
Yeah, exactly, because they don't have a text to follow. They don't say, okay, what I'm saying next.
Right.
It's just like we improvise. Yeah. I don't know what the other person will say because there is no text, so I have to listen.
Yeah.
You know, I have to be open and listen. So the improvisation is an amazing tool for the actor. And I'm glad that you're working on improvisation, because also for theater is very, very important. And we start with that. And we, you know, during the rehearsal process, we always use the improvisation tool. Not only the beginning to explore the play, but when you start working the scenes, you will maybe ask, okay, for that moment, I want an improvisation. Okay. And you say, or find, and for me, acting is doing it because after the improvisation, I said actions. Actions are very important. Behind the lines, these people are doing something. Because sometimes especially the young students, they take the text and they think that, okay, it's only that. It's not just saying the words. It could be like a big pause between one line to the other. You can have like 5 minutes of something happening there, and then go to the next line, you know? You don't have to say, okay, after that line I need to, no, you don't need to. You might take a pause, you might go drink water, you might take the knife and cut some bread and start it, and then say the line, you know?
And we played a lot of film clips where actors did that.
Yeah.
They would walk back and forth in a room, pour a glass of water, put something down, and it not only gave space, but it just added that level of realism to a scene, because that's how we talk and we move.
And not only that, but a smart actor will use everything on the set, you know, and also will go back to the Hagen's action. What do I want? Okay, and how I'm going to show it. Okay. For example, I'm angry. Let's say it's a scene the one person is very angry but tries to hold it. Okay, what action can show that? Cutting an apple and how I'm cutting the apple, and maybe cutting because I'm trying to hold my anger, you know, and I cannot control it. So you need to find the action that shows the emotional condition of the role and the tension of this character in the specific scene, because that makes the acting, you know, gives a different dimension in the acting. And the actor shows really things without saying, without even talking. Sometimes there is a line, but there is this subtext. Okay. Right. I say, hello, how are you? And then behind is like, I hate you. You know, how I'm going to show that? And it's a nice, interesting other method is to also say your thoughts before you say the line. You know, sometimes you have to say, okay, I hate you so much. I want to, hello, how are you? And then say the line.
Right.
There was a great teacher that taught us that method. We were saying the thought, and then we would say the line.
Right.
So, I don't know, any questions?
Yeah, did you want to do
Yeah.
the exercise?
Yes, of course, we
Then
can,
you
we can try, very simple thing. I would like to volunteers. Yes? Let me see. Yeah? Okay.
You want more lights or no? You want more lights?
No, I don't want more lights.
But do you need to see it on the video, or?
On the video, we're gonna see them, yeah.
Okay.
No, I have to adjust because of the age gap. But I have to adjust the condition because we cannot
Okay.
have a husband and a wife. But we can have okay. So, we have here, late at night in the dining room. Actor one enters the house, coming home. Okay. Let's start that you are outside and coming home, late at night. Actor 2 is already at home, sitting at the table, dinner is served. Okay, so you are late. You came late. You're waiting for him.
Okay, so am I the mother or the
The
wife?
mother.
Oh,
The
okay.
mother. Yeah, so he's late.
He's late for dinner.
He's late for dinner. Let's imagine why you are late for dinner.
Because I was out with my friends and I lost track of time.
Okay. You are angry because this is not the first time that he is doing it.
Okay.
And it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And you want to talk to him about that. You are so tired, you just want to go to bed.
Because you made the favorite moussaka.
Okay, you want to just go straight to bed because you know you're tired, and of course because you want to avoid the conversation. Okay, you want to talk to him, he doesn't want to talk to you. Okay, so that's how we have a conflict here. Okay, so let's start. Let's imagine that we have something for there. The dinner is ready. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, from where do you want to enter? You want
I
to
guess
enter
there's like
there?
a doorway over there.
There, okay. Also, use your imagination. Some objects might not be there, but you might, take a plate, eat, Are you hungry?
Sure.
Okay, if you are hungry, so us. What are you going to do when you enter, okay? Take that in consideration. Did you eat?
No, I was waiting for him.
Okay, you haven't. Do you want to eat or not? Because you are so.
Yeah, we're gonna eat.
Okay. because you want to talk to him.
Late,
So,
you're gonna eat.
okay. So think about actions. Okay. And also think about what do you want. You want to avoid, but you want also to eat, because you're hungry. So you have to make a choice there. Are you going to stay and eat, or are you going to go straight? You want to go straight to bed, to your bedroom. Okay. Think about the actions. What we talked about the actions. Okay. So.
Mom, I'm sorry. I was out with my friends and I stayed out late.
Yeah, I know you stayed out late. I've been waiting for you to have dinner together. This is not the first time you're pulling this. I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry, I lost track of time.
Do you have your cell phone?
Yes.
The time shows on the cell phone, like big
Okay, I
numbers.
forgot. It was really loud.
Loud?
Theater.
What? Was this loud? Was it a party?
Maybe.
Maybe. I made your favorite chicken cacciatore.
I'm sorry.
I made the bread. I baked it fresh. And I'm sitting, you don't think when you're at your friend's house, you don't think, oh, my mom is probably sitting waiting for me to have dinner. That doesn't cross your mind at all?
Alright, I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
But it's happened so many times and we've had this conversation many times. So when is it going to be the last time?
Fair point, I'll make sure, I'll try, it won't happen again.
And who is this friend that you've been going to? What's happening?
I introduced you to Jester the other day.
Oh, it was at Chester's house. Does his mother's cooking better than mine? What's going on here?
That's not what I said.
Well, obviously, are you hungry? Did you eat there at Chester's
Yes,
house?
and I didn't. Can I have some food? Is it cold or anything?
Well, I'll reheat it for you. You can sit down.
No, it's fine. I'll eat it.
You're gonna have to, okay, I'll join you. Would you like bread on the, with the meal? Would you like some butter? Butter?
Sure, why not?
Okay, enjoy. No soda, milk. I'll get you your milk right now. Okay, all right, son.
Great. Great. And it was so interesting because, can I have some comments? Maybe I prefer not to talk.
He was good just the whole time. I know he was trying not to laugh. But I loved it all.
Listening to each other was good.
Yeah. Yeah, you believe they were open, they listened to each other? Huh? Yeah?
And I also knew the relationship. I'm the son, she's the mother, and knew that was established already, so we knew who's talking to who. So I have also delivered that.
And the way they kept not angry, but they kept a nice and smooth, respectful and sweet tone of voice together.
Yes.
I like that. It's like the listening.
Is that an easy choice from the actor to choose something to apologize so fast, do you think?
What do you mean?
I mean, probably he could really push it a little bit and just the son.
Yeah, you know, and I thought that, but then Anna wasn't going to let him off the hook.
Yes.
So that was really great listening on her part.
Yes.
He was trying to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yes.
And she was throwing it again. Like, oh, the house of.
Yes,
It drives me
exactly.
crazy when she said, so she cooks better than me.
That was very good.
Yeah.
That was very good, yes.
Are you sure you're not Greek? That's so good, mother.
Everybody's still.
Yes. So I have one question. Before he enters, what are you doing?
I'm probably looking out the window, looking at my watch.
Okay. Because it was very interesting, which I don't know if you did it on purpose, that you were staring like in the door.
Yes, I heard.
Like sitting there and waiting.
Because I heard the key.
And this will be really interesting. If you are like, now I'm not moving, I know maybe he's doing that. He opens the door and without you listen, because he opened the door and he was ready to go to, and then you,
to my room.
exactly. And maybe you know it because he's doing that and you say, no, this time I'm going to wait here, I'm going to stir the door. I'm going to be there, like being here, waiting. It's going to be like how many minutes, hours waiting for him. So, yeah. That's why I'm saying the body, the physics, the body language. Some of that is hours there. Almost maybe you are like almost maybe sleeping, like almost you are like exhausted. You are there and you're like, and then he comes. Okay. Even small things can but we need because we need what are you doing all this time? Exactly. And then we know that you are waiting. You are waiting here for quite a long time. So from the beginning, we understand what's going on. You're waiting someone to enter that door. Okay. And you enter, you don't know that she's still waiting. But you hope she won't because you want to go to, you know you're late, you know. And it was very interesting that you opened the door and you tried to, but she's there. No. And that's, but very good, very, very nice improvisation. Very good job. So I want you to do the same now. Exactly the same, but the opposite. You are in the house. Your mother is not back. It's late. Usually, you make something like a dinner. You like to cook, and you made a dinner for your mother. Your mother is late. Then I'm going to ask, is she usually late? Maybe yes, maybe no. Huh?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Why?
You want me to come in?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh.
Why is she late? Maybe we don't. Maybe you find a reason why you are late.
Okay.
Okay. Are you worried?
Yeah.
Of course. It's very late and you are alone in the house. That never happens. When you came from school, you made something to eat and maybe you prepared something for your mother because she comes like around 5 from work and you eat together. And but now it's like 8, 9. She's not here, and you are like, are you calling her? Probably she doesn't answer, because otherwise we need conflict. Okay, be smart. What we want is like create like a story that's interesting for the audience. Okay, and for us as silencers. Okay, so you're calling her and she doesn't respond. And let's say she enters. Okay, I want to see you before she enters. Like give him like 10 seconds to see what he's doing while waiting. Okay.
That's right. Hi, son. No kiss hello?
It's been 4 hours. Normally you come back home at 5.
4 hours? Well, I had to work late.
Could have told me.
I had to work late and
Why didn't you tell me?
time ran away from me. And I was trying to get in touch with you, but is your phone on?
Yes.
Okay, well, I just paid the rent. I had to work the extra hours because your graduation's coming up, and I needed the money to get you your clothes. As you know, it's one paycheck family, so. But that's so sweet of you that you worried about me?
Yeah, I guess I am.
That's so sweet. I'm sorry, son. I'm so sorry.
Alright, just text me next time. I made his food.
Text? Yeah, you still gotta teach me how to do that. Text.
Let's eat first.
What? I'm sorry?
Let's eat first. I made his food.
What did you make?
Pasta.
Wow, my favorite! I'm starving! I'm starving! Thank you, so sweet, thank you.
Alright, you want any drinks? We have a water, yeah, that's about it.
Water? No Diet Coke? That's fine, water's fine. Just put a little squeeze of lemon on in it, will you?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So, very good job. And you can do many things. Maybe you don't believe here. Maybe if you would like to do to underline this conflict element that we want, maybe you don't believe here that she was like at work. Maybe you doubt that she says something. Maybe she's hiding. You believe that maybe she's hiding something from you. She's a single mother. Maybe you are worried that maybe your mother has, you can build many things. That maybe she has a boyfriend now. You are like, you know, and that's how we create more complex relationships, more complex. You know, that not like one thing. Okay, my mother went to work and all that. Okay, you can really go deep with improvisation. Really explore all the aspects of a relationship with a mother.
She's a very forgiving son.
She's a, yeah.
Actually, granted the family,
So,
both of them.
we can do something similar with two different candidates.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Who else? Yes, yeah. Okay, so you are in the house. You're gonna come from. You will enter the house. You're waiting a friend. You made a dinner. What do you want from that dinner? Is that you want to ask him alone? Okay. I mean, the reason you can like use your imagination to figure out why. Well, student loan, loan for I don't know. You are like, you need this money desperately. You need that money, and you want to discuss about that. Okay. It's a good friend. You made that dinner, prepare that dinner, but your purpose is to ask the money. You enter, and you're happy that she invited you because you just broke up and you want to talk about that. Okay, because you are like really heartbroken, that. I mean, I leave your imagination work on that and the details. So that means that you want different things. You want to talk about your suffering, your pain, and she wants to take money from you alone, ask my loan. Okay, let's see how it's gonna.
I'm preparing dinner, right?
Yes. Give like 10 seconds. Yeah. So.
I know it's like short notice, but it's just, I know you need company, and it's a weekend. It's nice to have people over, and I love cooking, so
you won't believe what happened to me with Maria.
Oh.
She left me.
When?
This morning she took other stuff and she left the apartment.
I'm sorry, did you say she took everything in the apartment?
Everything she left. And she went to Guatemala this morning. She had family.
Oh.
That's the only person I thought I loved in New York City, and she's gone.
Oh,
She was my only support in the city. She went far now in Guatemala.
That's not true. She's not your only support in the city. You have friends. You have so many friends, me included. My friends who cook you dinner.
But Maria was special.
Yes.
She was really special to me.
Yes.
She kept me up. And I also discovered that part of my fortune was gone with her.
Oh wow, the timing.
Yeah, I checked my ATM.
I don't know how to break this to you because I know this is a bad day for you.
There's nothing in my pocket.
Yes, I know that this is a bad day for you, but it is also, it has been, and I just didn't say anything. It's been a terrible week for me.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, my cat, she helps me with my anxiety, and she's in the hospital.
Oh.
And
Which hospital is that?
Just over at the block. Yeah, and I know it sounds crazy, but I can't bear to lose her, and I really needed, and I hate this feeling, but I really needed to borrow some of your money.
It's like a wrong time.
I know.
If I could just catch Maria, maybe ask her to come back to reason, or get my fortune, or maybe I don't want to accuse her too.
So you're not sure she took the
I'm not sure, but I don't know. But the way the desk was cleaned up, she knew, because I trusted her. She knew everything about my code and the ATM, she knew everything. So when I saw the ATM that was empty, and she left, I said maybe she did it to me.
You know, I did tell you not to trust her too much.
She was a good person, somebody's good, a good friend, so I went with that.
People can be good, but they can also steal.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah.
Maria is special.
Yes, she really was. Now, if you're not, because this is your dilemma, you're not 100% sure if she took all your fortune, right? So if you're not too hungry, maybe we can go try to see if she left some pennies for you.
That's possible. That's possible.
Yeah, you think
wait
so?
a minute. I probably checked the wrong ATM card then.
You think so?
Yeah, because I remember last time when I got paid, there was a confusion on my salary. And I was told that the paycheck came in a different card.
Okay.
I don't know if I typed the wrong number.
Okay, I need you
I don't
to
know if
be
I typed it
sure.
wrong. Let me see that. Let me think about it.
While you think of that, do you have anything on you right now? I am a little desperate. I'm not usually like this, but I'm really desperate.
We'll probably go back to the bank then to see if there's a situation where I made a mistake. Because I can't just finally be just broke suddenly.
Yeah.
It has to be a way that I might get some of my money back.
It's 8 p.m. though, and the banks are closed. I really needed that money now. Okay, like I really need it now because they need to decide whether, she needs this medicine and I don't have enough for it, and I need it now so that they can give it to her now.
I know everything is closed right now, 11 p.m., but I know you think about me as a good person, honest person you could rely on. But there's a bodega over an old man.
Okay.
I think about robbing that guy.
Okay.
You think about doing that?
I'm desperate?
Yeah, go to that bodega
Okay,
and help him.
I heard you the first time, okay? I am desperate, but not that desperate, okay?
No.
I will not stoop down to that level.
He had no camera, no camera. We just do it incognito. Nobody found out we did it. And we're good people in the neighborhood. Nobody think about us like bad people.
This isn't a movie where we're gonna get away with it, okay?
Wow.
And also, that Maria girl was really bad for you. I feel like she would have this kind of idea and you would just say yes. And now you think that it's completely okay to rob an old man.
To help you.
Okay.
For you,
I
I'm
see.
For you,
I
I'm
see.
For you.
My what friends I have. I see.
For you, we'll do that.
No, I will not. Please, do you have anything on you? Do not tell me to rob a bodega. Please do not. I'm having like the worst night. I need her. I need my cat. You know, I cannot think straight without her.
Is there anyone that use my insurance for the cat in the hospital?
Does your insurance have...
For veterinarian to help the cat.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I can help the cat. I can help the cat. Put my name on my paperwork and maybe help the cat with that. And get married.
Oh.
So it can be my insurance and the cat can benefit.
Okay. Maybe we should go rob the bodega. Okay.
I was so hoping she was going to do that.
Oh my God.
I was hoping you were going to say crime.
Yes, the crime.
This is how they're good at this. Yes.
So that's so interesting. A story, an amazing story happened here. We're gonna go and make a robbery. That's great. So yeah, and because you were so cool, I could see you even eating some of the food while you were saying about the, because they are the food there, so feel free that it will be even if we were talking like it would be more like, because it was a very funny scene. You could underline the comical situation by eating it, also because you are a little bit hungry too. I mean, she left you, but also you are hungry. You didn't eat anything. That would be, but great, beautiful.
So let's open up to the audience, because we only have a few minutes left, and love to hear your questions.
Yes, any questions? I'll be happy to.
Comments.
Questions. But once again, the listening was definitely there, and how the story unfolded. There were so many elements. It kept the audience engaged.
Exactly, and we go back again to that key, imagination. You see the imagination, the creativity, how it works, openness, listening, playfulness. All, if you have that, you don't need method, in a way. Of course, it's good to know all that, but that keywords that I wrote, I think it's the if you have these, then you are a potentially very good actor.
Any other questions?
My thing was, one thing you just said was conflict.
Conflict. Exactly. Find the conflict. Create. Yes. That's also very important in theater, because it's all about conflict. Interesting stories come from conflict. If you see, if you take, I mean, if you watch the movies that you like, and you will see there constantly there's kind of conflict.
What else?
You're gonna have a third couple?
Huh?
You're gonna have a third couple?
You won't? Do you? There's not the same people. I want different people. I mean, you can be one, and I don't know. Who else in the back? Our friend in the back.
We have a volunteer. All right.
You gonna go?
You guys go.
I can't do it by myself.
So. What are we doing?
So, do you mind to have a gay relationship or not? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable?
It's always you.
You are in. He is late. Okay, you have prepared the dinner. He is late again, and you want to talk about going a trip together, because you think that you are exhausted, tired, and you want something different. And you have prepared the surprise, a trip. Okay, that you're gonna, the surprise is that you bought tickets for a trip in Hawaii or wherever. Okay, you have decided that you want a divorce. So you are married. Okay, a married couple. You want a divorce, and this is the night that you wanna, get some drinks, and you are ready to, announce that you want to divorce, and you want to announce that he's late. I mean, he's doing it lately often, but that's why you want that trip, you wanted that trip because you want to be, because you think he walks a lot and all that, and you believe that you deserve to take this trip, to make that trip together. Okay. And the dinner, of course, is there. Let's change you enter from there. From there, you are from here. Let's change
So
a
I'm
little
coming
bit.
in, right? I'm coming in, right?
Yes, he gives 10
So I'll come
seconds.
in through there.
Let's see what your reaction is. What are you doing before you preparing the dinner, the table? You're checking in the internet the tickets. I don't know. Maybe you have an envelope with the ticket. You can do many things. You have the envelope with the tickets. And I'm adding
So
something.
when do we start?
Yeah, well, I'm adding something. It's raining, so you come almost wet from outside. So I'm adding also some element of the weather.
So I'm at home and then he's coming.
Yes.
Now we started?
I'll clap my hands and you start. Okay? You wait 10 seconds. Okay, 10, 20 seconds. Let's see his.
Hi, darling. You made it. Are you okay?
Yes, honey?
Everything good? You're sweating a little bit. Okay, I'll give you some fresh water.
Please, here.
Okay. So, at least you made it. I made some great moussaka. It's your favorite.
So pleasant.
So glad we're here. Please sit. Oh my God, you okay? Get closer.
That's right. You don't have to touch me all the time.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're good?
A little massage maybe, but don't go too far. It's not that kind of a night, you know.
What kind of night, darling?
Well, I'm not feeling it. You know, honey.
What?
It's my water.
That's good.
My water. I'm thirsty. A little bit too much.
With who?
To drink.
With who, I mean?
One of my friends, yeah.
Your friends? I thought I'm your only friend.
Hey, a little more than that, but you know.
I have a special surprise today.
You got in the mood for a surprise.
I planned it for months. I went to your homeland. To Mykonos. It's going to be a cruise of the lifetime.
You see, this is why.
You're going to like it.
This is why. This is why I was drinking tonight.
What do you mean?
No. I think we need a little break.
What do you mean we need a break?
I was planning a little trip of my own.
How dare you?
I'm already wet. You do this? Eat your food?
What? All this I do for you? All these years?
And now you do this? I
Just
come
like
in here just like this.
You need a break.
And you are aggressive? Do you know what I can do to you?
I don't care. I love you. And you're gonna take a break?
I used to love you. You know, things change.
You can't do this to me. Not now. I had it all planned.
You did it to yourself every single time. I planned this, I planned that.
I'm shaking.
You give me no space.
Wasn't me. Why would you do this to us? Who is the jerk? Do I know him?
Yes, it's just a little. You need to. No.
Is it Peter?
It's not Peter. You don't know. It's a, you know. Sometimes I take some time off. You know, when I tell you when I'm working.
Is it my grays?
Your what?
I have some grays lately.
No, it's not that. It's not.
You want me to shave my chest for you? I don't know. Which one is it? Is it really me?
There's not much you can do.
I will shave. I promise.
You can shave. You can
Don't do
shave.
anything.
But I've already been talking. been talking to the lawyer. And I think we need to take some steps.
What am I going to tell my parents? They were so happy.
Tell them how it is.
They loved you.
Tell them how it is.
They paid for this freaking cruise. We are married. We were going to adopt the child.
Anything about this cruise. We need to communicate better.
I'm wearing this freaking blue shirt because you're Greek. All my life. I do everything.
And I appreciate that. Just sometimes it's too much. This for you, that for you.
You're a malaka.
We're done.
That was the perfect cue.
It was very interesting throwing the water. Yeah.
I missed your purpose.
Yes.
No, I know. That was perfect.
Because you used an element, you know.
Yeah.
It's of course, it's a very natural reaction. But
And then his food.
yeah. Exactly.
And very good at improv.
And I
Yeah,
liked you too, that you put that you the trembling.
trembling was perfect.
Yes. That you try to show it with your body. That
And even the moving around, there's lots
yes,
of
the moving around, a
and-
lot of moving around because it's you were sitting and he was like moving and then you were like stood up, of course, after that, and it was very interesting, very,
And I'm straight.
yeah, yeah. You have children, correct?
Excellent. Beautiful.
Good. So, what advice would you give to these wonderful aspiring actors and
To explore more the tool of improvisation for sure, that the keywords that I suggested are like very, very important for an actor, and try to, if you are really interested in learning more about acting, seek workshops, try to learn more about different methods, acting methods, and keep working. I believe that we are. I still, when I say nice workshop, I become student again. Trying to learn as many things as you can. Take classes, more classes.
You say you become student. A student has to be open to learn.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I believe that when I say workshop, the city company is doing like a viewpoint. I did it like a few years ago. I want to refresh a little bit the method. I go and I redo if I can. Now it's less, but because of I work so much. But really, up like recent years ago, I was like keep doing workshop. I was trying to learn more.
They say that a true master is forever a student.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's the truth. If you are
Very
not
true.
I keep try to read, about theater, books about methods. Sometimes I didn't have the opportunity to work with someone that knows a specific method, but maybe a book can help that talks about that method. Keep asking questions. Be curious and learn as much as you can.
Oh, I could have eaten the food off the floor because I'm drunk.
All right, well, thank you so much.
You would even vomit. There's a moment you're saying something serious.
When he said Malaka.
Yes, exactly. It's like, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Very good students. They're amazing. And I saw that you have worked in the improvisation. I could see them like they are very open and ready. Yeah, great job.
Yeah, they're getting better and better.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.